ocean, blue economy. Like I try to simplify the information and share it with everyone because they can use it in their everyday life. And yes,
Well,
that's it. Concerning the flotilla, I think this was one of the most amazing things that happened in history, and
yeah.
especially that it's full of youth. So
Uh-huh.
yes, so we know that the coming generations are with the cause, and they know where they put their selves, what they think, what the choices they made, and we
Right.
try to be supportive as much as possible, even if it's just with the social media. So
Recording in progress.
yes.
Wow. And did you meet anybody from the delegation of the flotilla last month? Or I think that was in September, right?
Yes, it's in September. I had some friends that went with the flotilla. I have families of my friends, so the news they come to us, and we call each other. What's happening? What's is there something new? So we try to reach to each other and share the informations.
Mm-hmm. And like I've seen that on Instagram Live and then from so many videos and reels, but I would like to hear it from you directly as a person who was probably there in person and then witnessed one of the biggest milestones in our human history. Like I know there are so many people from as far as Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. They were trying to go over land, but then they were stuck and they were blocked by the Egyptian government because of the visa issues and stuff like that. Probably that was 3 months ago, and I think that's very unfortunate. But then now it was probably successful until the most of the boats, if not all, they were intercepted by the Zionist regime. So yeah, like how was your reaction? I mean, like your reaction, you were very excited, but then what was the reaction of the Tunisian people in general?
I was amazed. I was so proud of the
Yeah,
Tunisian people and
yeah,
everyone that participated in the flotilla. And
yeah.
I tried I didn't have the chance to go with them, but I tried even
Mhm.
staying at home or at school. I tried to share all the videos. Even this period, I didn't share anything on my social media. I only shared things about the
Mhm.
flotilla, about the cause, about what's happening, because
Wow.
there's nothing more
Yeah.
important than this right now. No one cares about what we're
Mhm.
eating or what we're doing in our daily life. The
Mhm.
only thing that we care about
Mhm.
now is the flotilla and the Palestinian people and what's happening. So yeah, I think yeah, even in our schools and universities, even when we're in class, we're holding our phones and following the path of the flotilla. And
Mhm.
if they stopped, we ask each other, and
Yeah.
sometimes the course stops and we go protesting. And so we try to even that time, even our studies didn't like we didn't care as much about our studies as the flotilla. So
Wow.
we left our
Yeah.
classes empty and we went protesting, especially when they took the hostages. So we went protesting.
Wow. So that was the
As I
spirit,
shared in my
right? The
story,
flotilla was number one.
yeah, as I shared in my story, classes are empty because our hearts are full. So yes.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Khadija, thank you so much for sharing. But let me say hi to our audience in which is from Southeast Asia, in Southeast Asian countries. And introduce you briefly, but then we can start our conversation again. Good afternoon, Asians. I'm Mohammed Reza from the Good from Saudi Sorry. We'll be having this interesting discussion with Khadija about this very important topic for global justice for the earth. And we'll be touching some issues on the current global summit flotilla that happened or that took place last month in September, that departed at the seaport in Tunis. And she will be sharing a lot of insights and beautiful, beautiful stories about the delegations that came from tens of countries all around the world and hundreds of people coming from different countries. So, Khadija Dupali, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And today we're going to be talking about the solidarity beyond borders, the Tunisian advocacy for Palestine and the environment. Since you are the expert, I would say, in the environmental issues, not only in Tunisia but also in the Mediterranean areas and the Arab world, in particularly in North African countries. So, Khadija, your academic background is very impressive, especially in marine science. How do you think your knowledge can be applied to address the environmental degradation in Gaza, in Palestine, which has been exacerbated by the recent conflict and genocide in the last 2 years?
Um, you know, when I look at what's happening in Gaza, I don't
Mhm,
only see the human suffering, I also think
mhm.
about the environment that's suffering quietly. So, as a marine expert or marine scientist, I've learned that the sea and people are deeply connected.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. So, for example, in Gaza, the coastline is filled with untreated wastewater because there's no
Mhm.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most
And
of the infrastructures have been destroyed. Right.
destroyed, exactly.
Yeah.
There was,
Wow. Yeah. There
but
was. Yeah.
yes, yes. And fishermen are restricted from accessing their own sea.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that the knowledge we have in marine ecology, in water
Yeah.
treatment, and coastal management, etc., can actually help rebuild, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's little by little, even if it's step by step.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's not just about science, it's about,
Right.
yes, it's about giving people their right to live again
Exactly. Yeah.
through through a healthy environment. And
Yeah.
the most important thing to say, replying to this question,
Mm-hmm.
is rebuilding the sea is rebuilding life. Even when
Mm-hmm.
we saw,
Wow.
there's some videos that went viral when the army when the army went to stop the flotilla from entering the ocean of Gaza, the Sea of Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
Their
Mm-hmm.
fishermen found the opportunity and went fishing
Right.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
because they had no food, no they had nothing to live in, and they were restricted from accessing their own waters. So when they had the chance to go to the sea, was full of fish. It was easy to fish, and that was amazing. We were so happy that they had the chance to at least find something to eat for some few days. And yes, so the sea, the ocean means life.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. I mean, what you just mentioned is very interesting because rebuilding the sea is rebuilding the life of the Palestinians. And as a science communicator, you've been very successful in making complex concepts accessible to wide audience, especially in Tunisia. How can we use science communication to raise awareness about the humanitarian crisis in Palestine and its environmental implications, Khadija?
Honestly, science can sometimes feel cold, full
Hmm.
of numbers and graphs and blah blah blah. But
Right.
what if we add storytelling? It becomes human again. Because
Hmm.
let's face it, We humans, we're always on our phones, spending hours watching stories of other people's eating, going shopping, watching their daily lives because
Mhm.
on YouTube, on TikToks, because we like this. We like gossiping and knowing others' news. So, what if we add storytelling to the numbers and the graphs that are shared? And
Yeah.
that's for example something that I try to do with my online series Joe's Conseil,
Mhm.
where I explain marine science
Mhm.
in a simple and a fun way.
Yeah.
And I think the same can be done with Gaza. Instead of saying X tons of pollution, we can show the faces of fishermen who can't fish
Mhm.
anymore. We can show families who lost their clean water. We can show
Mhm.
kids who can't swim in their own beaches. They
Right.
see it, but they can't access it.
Yeah.
And giving the example of the Sumut flotilla,
Mhm.
when their videos and everyday stories reached all the worlds, when the truth was revealed through real life content, people felt the story. People knew what's happening exactly. Like they, it's not now. Like it's not about what we see in Palestine, and some people say it's fake and it's photoshopped. Now they are people from other countries from all over the world sharing real stories. It's a
Right.
whole flotilla. It can't be photoshopped. It can't be fake. It's storytelling. They're giving real
Right.
life content. So people
Wow.
felt the story. And when people feel the story, they care. And if they care, they do things. They
Mhm.
act. Exactly,
Right.
for example, now for the ceasefire, and it happened. For me, I think it happened because of the pressure that was made by the flotilla and by the
Mhm.
world, because
Mhm.
it reached all the world. So yes.
Mhm. Wow, that indeed that's very powerful when not only the Palestinians but also people who are coming from different parts of the world they participate in this global summit flotilla movement, trying to break the seas to deliver some food aid, medical aid for the people in Gaza, and they are telling their own stories. That's very powerful indeed. And do you think the global youth movement has been vocal about climate justice? Given the fact that Greta Thunberg, one of the most, or if not the biggest figure in the climate change issues, and its intersection with human rights, how do you think young people in Tunisia and globally can mobilize to support the Palestinian cause and address environmental issues simultaneously at the same time?
Okay. Following what I said in the previous question, I
Hmm.
would say that we youth,
Yeah, yeah.
the people of today, we have a power, a privilege that previous generations didn't. We have social
Hmm.
media.
Hmm. Hmm.
And this means we have voices that can travel anywhere. We have
Yeah,
voices that can reach the world. So
yeah.
supporting climate change or climate justice and Palestine doesn't always mean big protests. It can be through art, it can be through content, through volunteering, or even just educating each other.
Hmm.
So for me, protecting the ocean and standing for Palestine come from the same place.
Uh-huh.
It's all about empathy.
Hmm.
If, as I said, even if we didn't go to with the flotilla, even if we didn't have the chance to go, we could have
Hmm.
stayed at our homes and make pressure with just social media, with only our phones in our hands. So
Hmm.
yeah, social media. We
Interesting.
can,
So,
yeah.
I mean, like since you are the big user, a big fan of social media, you are saying that you're implying that social media can play a very powerful role in sort of promoting and campaigning these issues in our modern or in our daily life nowadays, right? And based on your experience with the Red Crescent and Scouts, has given you a strong foundation in community engagement. How can organizations like these work together to support Palestinian communities affected by conflict and environmental degradation? Khadija? Especially
So
that now the ceasefire
well,
the ceasefire is in place. Like, how do you think these organizations can play a more significant roles in sort of delivering aid, getting into Gaza and sending some food, some baby formulas, and a lot more that the people in Gaza need?
so as someone who's been part of both, like the Tunisian Scouts and the Red Crescent organization,
Yeah.
I can say these groups and these organizations are already they already carry the spirit of solidarity.
Hmm.
We are so there's two axes that we work in, intern and extern.
Hmm.
In the in the intern axe, we already do weekly activities to our youth members and workshops adapting to their different ages, where we try to talk
Hmm.
about the cause, to let them understand the history, Gaza's history, our
Yeah.
relationship with Gaza, and how they can help. And
Hmm.
from the extern side or axe, um, they also organize awareness campaigns, humanitarian actions. For example, like almost 2 years ago, from the first day that the war started to be more and more how to say it, exaggerated and etc. From the first day, all volunteers went to streets, went to supermarkets, and they tried to collect money. They tried to collect um, aids, as food,
Hmm.
clothes, winter clothes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Covers, coats, etc. So
Yeah.
these are humanitarian. It's the least that we can do. Money that we wanted to buy, and we bought batteries so we can so the Palestinian people can have light in their um, how to say it, I forgot the word, in their camps, because
Right. The tent.
yes, because they didn't have
Yeah.
no water, no lights, no
Right.
internet, etc. So we bought batteries, and we try
Wow.
to send them,
Yeah.
or even we can help by doing online discussion, connecting Tunisians and
Hmm.
Palestinian youth, because
Yeah.
sometimes what people need the most is to know they're not alone.
Right.
And those
Exactly. Yeah.
organizations are great at building that sense of belonging and support. So
Hmm.
we are trying. I
Hmm.
won't say that we did the best, but
Yeah.
we are trying.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. I
any
think.
member, any volunteer who have an idea to help Palestinian people or in Gaza,
Mhm.
uh, we do it. We try to do it. We try to find the financing, and we
Mhm.
try. They are trying hard. Even
Think.
we go to schools, we go to other associations, we try to
Yeah.
do workshops about the Palestine, even if it's a workshop about something else, about the climate, about something else, we try to add the cause, we try to add the Palestinian cause in the workshop, so it
Yeah.
doesn't fade, and it won't fade. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. That's very heartwarming to learn as well in the past few months, if not the past complete 2 years since the genocide started back in October 2023. Like, I think more and more people stand united, and then more and more people work hand in hand to make sure that this end very soon, right? So, and
Yes.
having said that, Tunisia has a rich marine biodiversity, but the Mediterranean Sea is also a critical habitat for many marine species that migrate to other regions. How can Tunisian young people, especially a person and say the blue ocean scientists like you, um, make effort to protect the marine ecosystem that contribute to the regional conservation initiatives that also benefit the Palestinian waters? Because again, as we all know, the distance between the Tunisian coast and the Palestinian coast are not that far away from each other.
Well, the sea, the ocean,
Yeah.
is one connected system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't know borders. So if
Mm-hmm.
Tunisia reduces pollution, protects nursery zones, or manages fisheries better,
Mm-hmm.
those benefits ripples across the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if 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 we help our sea, our ocean, it will help all the coastal line. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
we can also share monitoring data and best practices with our neighbors, with our country neighbors.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yes, and that kind of regional cooperation helps everyone, I think, including the Palestinian waters.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah.
And having said that, do you have um, like previous or present or future plans to work with Palestinian scientists to sort of rebuild the marine ecosystem after, I mean, especially this one after this ceasefire? Do you have any plans or like any plans initiated by the Tunisian government to work together with, for example, with the Libyan government, with the Egyptian government, with the Palestinian government to sort of rebuild what's been damaged during the genocide in the past 2 years?
So I don't know exactly
Mhm,
about what the Tunisian government is like trying to do with the other country neighbors, but
mhm.
I think I know that we recently made an um, how to say it. We recently
Agreement?
made a contract or something with Algeria, Tunisia
Uh-huh.
and Algeria to help each other and for the cause.
Right.
And from the personal side, I'm trying to, I'm having a little project with my friends. We're trying to uh, combine storytelling and citizen science also
Hmm.
through social media. So
Of course.
I
Yeah.
told you that it's
Yeah.
our
It's your
uh,
tool.
yes,
It's
it's
a
our tool.
powerful tool. Yeah.
Yes, so we're trying to combine storytelling and citizen science, like short emotional content that attracts
Hmm.
attention and
Hmm.
simple and reliable community monitoring that
Hmm.
produces evidence to direct aid. Stories that brings empathy, and data brings donors and technical
Hmm.
solutions. So
Hmm.
like trying to make the voices and the informations reach more and more places.
Interesting. And do you think, like personally, you will expand that project into a cooperation with, say, Libya or Egypt, and then to as far as Palestine?
Of course, yes.
Hmm.
Since we have internet, since we
Yeah.
can travel all over the world by staying
Yeah.
at our homes, so we
Yeah.
can work with all our neighbor countries. We can work with all the Mediterranean countries, or European, or Libya, or we can work with everyone. We can reach Palestinian people, and
Hmm.
a lot of um, how to say it, a lot of
Opportunities.
people, a lot of content creators,
Eh,
influencers in Tunisia, they made
right.
friends,
Yeah.
they made Palestinian friends, and
Wow.
sometimes they know the information and share it with us before it's even
Hmm.
on the news, because
Wow.
it's all
Yeah.
about international relationships,
Hmm.
especially if it's for a good
Hmm.
cause.
Interesting. And well, the next point is since you are studying a lot about the blue economy, which is growing area of interest globally, how can Tunisia and other countries, especially in the North African continent, particularly in light of the global solidarity shown by activists from countries like Malaysia and Indonesia who participated in the global Sumut flotilla last month? How would you convey this message to the Southeast Asian audience? Like, do you think we should have more Southeast Asian I don't know, participants from Indonesia, from Malaysia, Singapore, or Brunei to sort of join the next or the future movement to support
Yes.
this cause?
So, first of all, I want to say thank you for the
Because if you
courage.
say yes, I might decide to go to Tunisia next time.
Yes, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
I want to tell them thank you for their courage and ins they are inspiring, really. And
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, and honestly, it's very moving to see solidarity cross oceans and
Yeah.
doesn't stop on borders.
Yeah.
So I would say keep building those human ties,
Yeah.
and because we may live in different countries on different seas, but our struggle are similar. Our The cause is it unites us all, and we can learn from each other. We can share
Hmm.
strategies and remember small acts of solidarity like
Hmm.
information campaigns and or support networks who matter that matters a lot. So yes, I encourage people to go to the next if there's a next flotilla or I really want to go. I didn't have the
Hmm.
chance because when I wanted to apply was already full and closed. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a
There are
day, I
so
think in a
many people.
day
Yeah. There are
so
probably thousands of and thousands of people who are trying to apply to become the delegation members of the flotilla last month. But again, they limited the number of participants of people who could go, right? Because again,
I
it's
even
not. Yeah, go ahead.
I even tried to go even when it was closed for participating. I tried to go as a captain. I tried to go as a
Wow,
diver. I
wow.
tried, but I couldn't. There was not enough space for me, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe
So
in the next time, or yes, why not?
yeah, yeah. So having said that, that you mentioned that you could be the captain of the boat or the diver in the team. Um, how can Tunisia and other countries implement sustainable blue economy practices while also supporting the rights of Palestinian fishermen and coastal communities? Like, as a scientist and a diver as well, how could you sort of advocate these issues of the rights of the Palestinian fishermen to fish in their own waters and then sort of to support their livelihoods, their sustainable livelihoods from this fishing life, Khadija?
Okay. Um, I think the key is justice first, blue economy, meaning um, s- we can support the small scale fishers, not
Mhm.
just big industries.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Palestinian fishermen, they have the skills, the culture, and the love for the sea.
Hmm.
So, but they don't have the freedom to use it. Okay? So,
Hmm.
practically, we can provide fair market access, training low interest, trainings in sustainable fishing. We can help replace gears, try to send new gears, and policies that protect coastal livelihoods.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
international partners can help with funding,
Hmm.
money,
Of course,
and
yeah,
technical assistance. Yes, and technical assistance, so fishermen aren't left behind while the development is happening.
yeah.
So,
So, and before moving on to the next point of discussion, we've got two questions from the audience. I
okay,
hope you don't mind answering these questions. Not difficult, but we would like to see your opinions on this. Is there any link between the present day conflict, such as in Gaza, Palestine, or the Russia-Ukraine war, etc., with the climate issues that is happening right now? Do you think what the Zionist regime has been doing um, in Gaza, in Palestine, pounding tons and tons of bombs, will change the climate globally, or is
yes,
changing the climate globally?
yes, because bombs, nuclear, the material,
Yeah.
the gas,
Yeah.
everything is affecting the climate. For
Right. Yeah.
example, climate change, it started with the greenhouses effects from polluted gases that coming from factories. What
Mhm.
about the gas that coming from bombs and from how to say it, the ash and it's
Yeah.
first of all the air is one, it's polluted,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
water is polluted, and
Yeah.
if the water is can't live in a polluted ocean, they will die.
That's
Even
true.
they
Yeah.
say that the sea rebuilds itself. Like even if we throw something in the ocean, it will the sea will eat it and it will be cleaned by itself. But no, there's currents that make um, garbage be collected in a one place because of the currents.
Mhm.
It's called
Mhm.
the seventh continent, because when we
Mhm.
see from the satellites, we see a seventh
Yeah.
continent, and it's not a continent, it's just garbage collected from all over the world in one place. So everything is affecting the ecosystem. It's
Right.
affecting the Posidonia reefs, the
Right.
lungs
Yeah.
of the world. So
Mhm.
it's dying.
Mhm.
So for example, in Tunisia, we don't have war, we don't have bombs, and the ecosystem is starting to degrade. So what if
Mhm.
in Palestine with the war and with the all the
Yeah.
pollution? So
It's getting worse, right? That's what you're
getting
saying.
worse, and
Yeah.
every little thing that we don't count, it affects the ecosystem and affects the marine life. And yes.
Mhm. Interesting. And the next question. After the permanent ceasefire that takes place at the moment in Gaza, what is the general public reaction in Tunisia? Are they happy, or are they now excited to send in or to deliver food, the aids, medical supplies, and maybe formulas and things, or winter clothes, since winter is coming very soon? Um, I mean, or your personal reaction. Are you excited that now we know that more and more aids can enter Gaza
Yes.
with the
So
ceasefire?
first of all, I'm not that happy. I'm a bit relieved because there won't be there won't be people dying, or children or innocent people dying. But even if it's the fire is seized, they're not independent yet. So we don't know what's happening next. What if they're gonna attack next? So we're a bit
Mhm.
relieved, and we are trying to use this pause or this ceasefire, or to send aids. Yes, because as I said, from day one, volunteers from all different ages, we try to collect aids, winter clothes, and food that can be sent, and it doesn't rot. So yes, we are happy to send aids, and to use the money that we collected, and
Mhm.
we already sent a lot of aids, but it was
Yeah,
stopped in the
at
borders
the
of
border. Yeah,
Egypt. Yes. So
yeah,
hopefully they enter safely, and they're safe to use, because we sent food from like a year
right.
ago, or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's hope it's safe to be used, and especially clothes. And I had like I've been thinking or some of something. If the fire is on the world, we can go. We can send another flotilla and go to help rebuilding, to help cleaning, or with what we can do. Like if we can go, I'll go. For example.
Mhm. And having said that, do you yourself will be willing to do that or to participate in that kind of movement?
Yes, yes. If I have
Mhm.
the chance, yes, I can go. It's
Hmm.
I help as a volunteer. I help in my country. I go to other regions. I the same thing that I can do in my country, I can do it in Gaza. Especially we really feel we feel it inside. For example, the influencers and content creators from Palestine that are very famous, we feel like they
Yeah,
are our cousins, they are our brothers, and we really
yeah,
get depressed. And for example, 2 days or 3 days ago,
yeah.
the
Martyrdom of
the
the
die
journalist
of
Saleh Al Jafarawi.
Salah, yes,
Yeah,
it affected it. It affected us all mentally, especially mentally, because we
yeah,
were used to his voice and his
yeah,
videos, and we had an exam the next day. We couldn't pass the exam. We couldn't sit for the exam. We were mentally ill because. It was like a family member. So yes, what we do in our
yeah.
country, we can do it anywhere. We can go to Palestine and help, even with small things.
Wow. Yeah. So the recent genocide in Gaza has had devastating impacts on the environment. Not only the activism can be used as a tool for promoting peace and justice in the region, especially in Palestine at the moment.
Okay. Um, I think when we protect nature, we
Hmm.
also learn how to protect each other.
Hmm.
Because environmental work teaches patience, collaborations, and respect.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yes, so all the things we need for peace. They are protecting the nature, okay? And for
Hmm.
example, in Gaza, cleaning the coast or restoring mangroves one day could be a way for people to heal,
Hmm.
to rebuild hope
Yeah.
through small actions that bring life back. Because
Hmm.
activism that focuses on rebuilding ecosystems and livelihoods can create jobs and
Hmm.
restore hope and
Hmm.
build everyday connections between communities.
Interesting. Wow, that's quite a powerful statement. And now, Tunisia has a history of resistance and activism itself, including its support for the Palestinian cause, of course. And how do you draw inspiration from this history in your own work, the work of your through your social media platforms, creating the awareness campaign on the importance of protecting and conserving the environment? And what role do you think young Tunisians can play in shaping the country's foreign policy towards Palestine, like especially in the rebuilding of Gaza and other affected areas in Palestine?
Okay. Um, Tunisia, Tunisia taught me that solidarity isn't words, it's actions. And it's proved.
Wow.
Everything is proved. So,
Yeah.
growing up, Palestine was not just a political issue for us. It was
Mhm.
part of our identity. As I said, we were
Wow.
really engaged. We feel like they are our families, our cousins.
Yeah.
So, and our history shows that civic engagement can change things.
Yeah.
Young Tunisians can push for more humanitarian and environmental diplomacy, okay, by
Hmm.
organizing campaigns
Yeah.
and holding institutions accountable. And that history shaped me.
Hmm.
Actually,
Wow.
it's what makes me want to mix science, education, and activism, because
Hmm.
real change, it starts when knowledge meets compassion. For example, I never even growing up in high school, I never liked history, I never liked geography.
Uh-huh.
I only like maths, physics, science. So
Uh-huh.
even if in my educational background, I'm not
Uh-huh.
really into geography and science. And but when I grew up, especially these 3 years,
Yeah.
uh, with the social media, with the videos, with people talking in the streets and etc. I was really engaged, and even the content that I share It was
Yeah.
I only wanted my Instagram or my Facebook to like to only be to have scientific content. I even back then I didn't share my volunteering experience on social media or my scouting. It was I just wanted to be a scientific.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
now, history of Tunisia and Gaza, everything
Uh,
I learned it from social media, from
yeah.
connecting knowledge and compassion. Because there are videos talking about the history, explaining things, explaining details about how the scientists came to Palestine, how they how to say it, how to how they spread they were spread
The
into
knowledge,
the
the words.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I
Wow.
learned a lot of things from
Yeah.
others content, so I know younger generations don't
Interesting.
know things about my from my content. And
Right.
so we can combine both science and compassion and
Yeah.
yes, we can.
Since you are very passionate about when talking about your contents creation about science on Instagram, before we're moving on to the last point, but not least because we've got some more questions, would you show us your Instagram account and then give us some or an example of what kind of content creation that you usually created on Instagram to promote how to say that, like, the importance or the emotional aspect of science and the environment or climate change itself. Would you give us
Okay.
a glimpse of your Instagram or like what like probably for you it's probably the most powerful content that you have ever created, like what is it about?
Okay. For example, these
Hmm.
are okay. These in this place, I just
Oh,
me. It was simple. Me and my sister. We just
oh,
yes. Every week we
yeah,
here we
yeah.
shared a video. It's a 1 minute video. It's
Oh,
in Arabic and we have a English translation on it.
right.
We talk about a different topic about climate change, about how to eat fish, how to buy fish, how to keep the water clean, how plastic can affect the ocean and affect our health. So each week we share a video with a new information, and
Uh-huh.
these informations I learned from school and I
Hmm.
try from my university, and I try to make a research, and I combine both and try to simplify more and more because not all people are studying marine science, or not people are
Yeah,
educated. So we
yeah.
try to simplify the information as much as simple so everyone can understand it and everyone
Hmm.
can use it in their daily life. And also we try to share informations that are very useful in our every life, in our daily life.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
and then this period I stopped sharing scientific videos, and I only started to repost videos about Palestine and the coast. So half the upper half of my Instagram now it's only it's only with the Palestine coast. Even all my stories are about the
Palestinian
coast. I
stories.
took a pause from everything and I'm focusing on the coast because
Right.
when I see a video that another content creator shared, I say in my heart, if I saw it, other people's need to see it. So I repost it, I share it, and I send it on a private. So yeah, that's what I create for now.
So you're saying that you're creating 1 minute content every week with your sister, say telling about simple stuff, simple story, simple concept about, for example, fishing or how to buy fish or how
Sustainable fishing.
to do like sustainable fishing, right? In Arabic.
Yes,
And I know that Tunisians, you are not only speaking Arabic, but you're also speaking French, and now you're
yes.
speaking in English. So, are you creating contents in these three languages as well, like Arabic, French, and English, or purely in Arabic for Arabic audience, and then you give English subtitles on the video,
Yes.
or
Okay. For me, I speak five languages. I speak Arabic, English, French, Italian, and Spanish. So,
wow,
yeah.
wow, yeah,
So, when I started creating my content,
yeah,
the first video I shared, I didn't think much about being on the international scale because I didn't have a lot of followers, and the people they follow me they are all Tunisians and Arab. So the idea was only to share what the video is about. So the
hmm
first video
hmm
was in Arabic. And
hmm
then, starting from last year, when I met Akhyari and Fabrilia and etc., I
yeah,
started to have international friends and
yeah,
international followers from Indonesia, from Brazil, from Kenya, from
yeah,
Italy.
yeah,
So why not my videos and the informations I share, which are useful? Why not they don't be used not only by Arab but also by international people because
hmm
it's useful for everyone. So I started to write in English, and even in the caption I write in English. Sometimes I write,
uh-huh.
you find the translation in caption. I write all the speech in English, so it can be
Wow.
automatically translated in all languages. For example, if your phone is in Indonesian, it can be translated in Indonesian, etc. And I
Wow.
choose English over French because it's an international language. French
hmm
isn't used in a lot of countries, and even
hmm
French people they speak English. So I try to on the international scale with the English language.
Interesting. Now, I'm not sure this is the last question, but looking ahead, are there any initiatives or projects that you're working on at the moment that aim to bring attention to the Palestinian cause and promote environmental sustainability in the region, perhaps in collaboration with international partners or activists who participated in the Freedom Flotilla or people who came from different parts of or from different countries last year that you met during the conference, did you have any sort of like discussion to create these joint projects or partnership in the future,
Just a
Khadija?
second. I need to charge uh, my laptop. Okay. Okay, we're good. So, as I mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
right now. Me and some friends, we're trying to develop awareness content. We're trying to
yeah.
write some videos, so we share every week, or
Uh-huh,
like as I said before, like community monitoring toolkits. It's still early, but the idea is to combine storytelling with technical help, like
uh-huh,
collecting data, share
uh,
stories, and
yeah.
connect resources. Yes, and connect resources to the people on the ground. So.
Mm-hmm,
As I said before, some content is just numbers and graphs. So we'll try to
uh,
take these numbers and these graphs and add to it storytelling, so it be more catchy and
yeah.
like it's like a hook, the hook that
Mm-hmm,
we use in the fishing. So we
yeah.
try to catch people's attention, and
Of course.
so they know more about the cause. And so yes, we'll try to take some data and we'll add to it storytelling. So we are writing. It's still early, but we're trying.
Yeah. And having said that, and talking about the potential collaboration and partnership with international organizations or organizations from other countries, do you think? you will see opportunities and potentials to partner and work together with the good news from Indonesia or the good news from Southeast Asia with our team to create a more, I don't know, powerful contents for your platform.
Yes, of course. We're open to all types of collaboration,
Yeah.
especially if it's for a good cause. So
Mhm.
we, I always say, and I always think, if we have the chance to go international to share good informations, useful informations, why not? Why be so limited if we can collaborate with Asians or with Africans or
Yeah.
Europeans. So, yes, why not?
Mhm.
We are open to all collaborations, and yeah, it's for a good cause.
Interesting. And now let's take last two questions from the audience. Um, how big is the solidarity for climate issues and human rights in Tunisia? Either it's done by the Tunisian government or Tunisian NGOs or the media and the people itself, the Tunisian people.
So,
Are they like
climate justice.
aware? Yeah, are they aware of the problems, the threats of climate change or global warming in the past few years?
So, climate justice and climate change, and these are vogue subjects in these days. So, all NGOs and all NGOs are working now about this cause, about justice, climate justice. For example, in an association where the conference happened last year, we all the projects that we are taking, there are about voices in climate justice. There are about the effects of climate change on rural women. So even in classes, for example, I study a subject called environmental rights. So, yes, so we talk a lot about the only thing that we talk about is climate justice and climate change. We try to raise awareness and have debates and give our thoughts and what we need, and even we go to schools and we go to other associations where there are kids, and we try to raise awareness. We try to raise awareness, for example, for the pollution and how they can avoid pollution. Don't throw things on the street. Instead, there's colored garbages that like for garbage for carts, garbage for glass, for plastic.
Mhm.
So we try to start by with kids, and for
Uh-huh.
example, we are how to say it, developing games. We in the
Uh-huh.
association we developed a game called مناخ ولا لعبة. The climate is a game, and
Uh-huh.
we go to schools and association. We try it's an educational board game
Uh-huh.
that gives information about climate change, and this
Wow.
game is like a Tunisian with a Tunisian map and etc.
Yeah.
And me personally, I'm developing another game. It's another educational board game. It's called
Mhm.
رجال البحر, the men of the ocean, where it
Uh-huh.
talks about the marine pollution and how we can. It's like the Monopoly, the same concept,
Yeah,
but it's about
I can
the.
imagine that.
Yes, it's about the marine pollution, because the information can be shared with games, especially for kids, so we can raise awareness. So in the part of NGOs, yes, we are working hard and hard for the climate justice and climate change.
Interesting. I mean, like, I would like to see those board games. I mean, like, it sounds interesting, especially that you made it yourself. And now, last question. Tunisia is so far away from Southeast Asia. I can't remember, probably 15-hour flight direct from Jakarta to Tunis. But unfortunately, there is no direct flight yet. But as I mean, like most Southeast Asians, if not all, we don't need visas to go to Tunisia, which is very easy for us to go there. for tourism or for holiday for whatever reason that is. What do you think Southeast Asia can learn from Tunisia and vice versa? Like what um, Tunisians can learn from us in Southeast Asia? What's your perspective on this, Khadija?
Okay. First of all, I really want to go to Indonesia.
Why is
I was
that?
going to, yes, I was going to participate in an internship about sharks in Indonesia, but
Oh, wow.
I finally I couldn't have the chance to. But one
Uh-huh.
day I'll be there.
Oh
So
yeah, you should.
yes, and we can exchange cultures, languages, traditions. I think we have different traditions, like North Africans and Indonesians. We can share each other's traditions. And when Akhyari came to Tunis, and we stayed and we talked and we shared ideas and etc. Even if we're a lot distant from each other, like the countries,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
traditions are different, etc. Like we shared, etc. So we're not that far from each other. So yes, I think we can exchange cultures and learn more and more about each other and etc. Especially the youth. we
Mm-hmm.
can we can exchange the ideas, and we can inspire each other's, for example, about the courage that Tunisian youth or Indonesian youth had, especially when going with the flotilla. And we can like combine each other's courages, and we can inspire others from all over the world, and especially youth. So yes.
Interesting. And now, last question, I promise. Um, Having said that, and then given the recent ceasefire um, being in place in Palestine, um, and as a young leader yourself, what message would you like to convey to the Southeast Asian audience, particularly in light of the global solidarity shown by activists from countries like, again, Myanmar and Indonesia, who went far away from the region to Tunisia to join the global summit flotilla boats. And what is your hope for our future partnership between Tunisia and Southeast Asia, or say the North African countries with Southeast Asia, Khadija?
So, as I said earlier, I really thank them for their encourage, how they left their families, their
Yeah,
children, their studies, their works, and how like they participated with a lot of savings, a lot of money. For example, some people they've been saving all their lives, and they volunteered, they donated the money to the flotilla. So I really want to thank them. And
yeah,
I want to tell them, keep going, keep inspiring
yeah,
people, keep
yeah.
inspiring others and youth, and keep sharing, because the world is moving now. Uh, we know, we can see that the world, all over the world, from north to the south, there they are, because we're sharing our stories, and we're doing the storytelling, we're sharing real life content. So people are feeling now, people are caring, people are starting to act. So yes, keep going. And uh, yes, and as I said before, borders doesn't stop us, doesn't limit us. So it doesn't matter where we're from, or our background, or the language you speak, or etc. We have one cause that collect us all. So we do the job. Yes.
Everybody, Khadija Dukali, all the way from Tunisia for Global Justice and for the Earth. Khadija Dukali, thank you so much. I'm Mohammed Reza from the Good News from Southeast Asia. Thank you for joining us this evening and morning Tunis time, and I'll see you in the next episode of Viewpoint, still on CAsia News. Khadija, thank you so much for joining me, and it
Thank you
was
so
a
much for
pleasure.
inviting me.
Our pleasure, yeah. And we hope that you can make it next time to Indonesia, to
Inshallah.
Southeast Asia, and me to go to Tunis next time.
Welcome. Yes, welcome. You
All
have
right.
friends now in Tunisia.
I know that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much again, and have a good day.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah. Salam, Khadija.